Welcome back to Zention Works. This week we're going to try and deal with a stuck parking brake. So fun. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. Go down there and just lay into it. And then also hit the like button and go to the like button's house. And if they have cats, set up laser beams outside their bedroom windows so that at 2 in the morning they go off and they move around the room so that the cats go nuts. And then don't tell them it was you. But without further ado, let's get you back here. It's a tight workspace. This is a tight garage, which I'm excited to not be in anymore. But let's get back here, jack the car up a little bit, and get this wheel off and see if we can figure out what's going on. It's a little easier to show you on this side. Yeah, so the e-brake is off. The e-brake is completely off. And let me just clip that on there. Tell me if you can hear this. Yeah, that should not be that tight on the freaking rotor. Well, let's see if we can adjust anything in here, or there is an adjustment cable in the car. I know for sure, but we might be able to just adjust something here. Let me take a look. Not only is it a problem that the rotor or the brake pad is stuck on the rotor, but these rotors look old. I mean, they're not awful, but if you can see, they've got some scoring in them, maybe a piece of sand or something. I don't know, rock, pebble got in there. I have no idea, but these need to be changed. If any of you know, I need to know if the 240SX brakes, the car that was sold in the States, if those rear brakes will work on the S15, because late model S14 and S15 stuff, a lot of the stuff, like a lot of the parts are interchangeable, but I don't know about 240s to S15s. If you know that, drop it down in the comments. That'd be real nice if I could just go to O'Reilly's or Advance and get brake rotors and pads, because I don't want to order these. It's going to be annoying. Anyhow, let me see if I can adjust anything in here. If not, we'll adjust the cable in the car and see if we can get any slack out of it while also still having an e-brake, because we need that. I'll be right back. After looking in here, there definitely is no way to adjust it from there. But also, look at what I found. There's still rubber in here from when I did my burnout at the drift track. That's crazy. That's insane. Anyhow, let's go inside the car and see if we can find this adjustment nut. All right, after fighting with this thing for like, I don't know, 5-10 minutes, I got the sheath off and I had to put the drift button back in. Silly little thing. Came with the car. I didn't buy it. Anyways, I found the adjustment screw is right there, the nut for the adjustment. The things that I've read online say to pull up the e-brake 4 to 5 clicks and then adjust it, back it off a turn or two, let the e-brake down, pump your brakes, I believe, so that it can, I guess it's pulling the piston back and then letting it adjust. That's what we're going to do. Going to get in here with our 10 mil. Never mind. Need a ratchet. I should have known that. With this guy, this guy, this guy. Come here. I'm gonna put him on here. And him on here. Okay. All right, we got our ratchet. It's about a turn, quarter turn, turn and a quarter. I want to see if it did anything. Oh, it's still up. Stupid. I want to see if it did anything just immediately. No, did not. It's actually pretty tight. So let's pump the brakes. Pump the brakes. Maybe? No. Who knows? Well, I guess I don't. It's hard to tell if it made a big difference, but just spin this around. I think it made a difference. They're a little bit easier, but really not that much. Let's check out this side. This was the side that gave me a problem because I had replaced this wheel bearing, and when I put my brake calipers on, for some reason they just didn't. I don't know. They never acted right. This side, oh, I don't like that. This side didn't. I don't like that at all. That's concerning. But either way, the brake caliper did not. So we're gonna loosen it more, I guess. Yay. Okay, I think we're getting somewhere. Look at this. This is significantly easier to turn. I did also notice that this brake pad, see that? How much thickness is on there? Compared to this brake pad, which makes sense because this was the one that was rubbing. Yeah, we need brake pads like yesterday. Brake pads and rotors. This one is also, oh, I can't go in reverse. This one is also way better. I guess we're just gonna keep doing that process. I'll let it sit for a few minutes, see if if it's gonna get any more slack in it, I guess. And then just keep doing what I'm doing because it seems to be making it a lot better. Now this is solving an issue that I've been having for, well, since I was in Japan. So since I lived in Japan, and I don't know if it's because, I mean, there was a drift button in there on the e-brake. Maybe someone possibly maybe they were drifting it. I don't know. It doesn't seem like a drift car, like it wasn't built that way. But maybe they were just having fun on the streets. Who knows? Regardless, or maybe they just wanted a tighter e-brake because it was easier to pull. I don't know. But we're gonna do this process again for the third time. Yeah, the third time. We'll pull it up 4 or 5 clicks, adjust the adjustment nut back, pump the brakes, see if they're free. And I wanted to do this too before doing my rear brakes, because if I put brakes and pads or rotors and pads on and I still have this issue, well, I'm just going to burn up those pads and possibly warp those rotors. So, if anything, we could start the car and put it in gear while it's in the air like this. When I think that I have it adjusted pretty well, like it's going to work at least for now, and see if it's dragging still. I'll give it a few minutes, like I said, and then we'll do this process again. And as you can see, this nut in here was already that, I don't know if you can see that, little brass nut down there. The brass nut, when I first adjusted it, was pretty far down. I mean, there was probably 10 threads, like 10 thread lines, and I adjusted it back 2.5 turns. I think, like I said before, I think someone adjusted it to be tighter for whatever reason. I have no idea, but we're gonna fix it before we put brakes and pads on the rotors and pads on this, because I'm not going through pads and rotors. And yeah, I thought about too also, I thought about doing the 300ZX rear brakes, but with different lines, brake lines, and then I need the extenders for the 300ZX has shoes in the rotor instead of using the caliper itself. I thought about doing that, but I think if I can just get rear pads and rotors, I really hope that 240SX rotors and pads work. And if they do, well, then we can keep getting them here and do it that way. So, all right, after the third adjustment, I believe we've reached a pretty good spot. I can put these on here, and I believe they would just kind of wear in. If they were new pads, they would kind of just bed in that way. My fear is I'm not going to be able to. Oh yeah, those are Akebono rear pads. Someone was definitely trying to slide this thing around, whether it be on the streets or a track. Someone was trying to slide this thing around. There's no reason to put Akebono pads on like a street car, but regardless, this one spins real free, but the noise that I'm getting out of the rotor is inconsistent. My guess is that this rotor probably got really hot and probably warped itself, because in Japan I rode around like that for like a week because I couldn't get into the hobby shop because I had work and stuff. And probably not the best decision, but that's what happened. And yeah, that's why when I showed you the pad, this side was way thinner than the other side, probably about half the thickness. Well, let me do some research. I'm pretty sure the 240 parts might fit, or I can get parts off of, I don't know, some website. Try to avoid all these tariffs and whatnot, but at least now we know what the issue is. And also, we still have an e-brake. I tested it, I pulled it up, and it does work to, park. But like I said, at least we have the issue solved. And then when we go to put brakes, brake rotors and pads on, we won't just do the same thing to the rotors and pads that we replace these with. But I'm going to get the inside of the car sheath back on the emergency brake and put the tires back on, put the wheels back on. I can't really take it for a ride because, like I said, we already got our first snow and I'm not getting salt on this thing. I will have to drive it one time to our new house, but that's probably only 8 or 10 miles away. And after that, it'll just get parked till next season. But let me get this stuff buttoned up, get the wheels back on. Yeah. Thank you guys for sticking around watching the video this far. Watching this long in the video, I appreciate it. Oh, shout out to Gabe too. Him and his girlfriend run a detail slash tent slash they're gonna start doing undercoatings now in Northwest Indiana. And I got one of their sweaters. Shameless plug. I don't care. Not even my business. But they do good work. So if you live in the Northwest region of Indiana, go check them out. They're really good at what they do. Also, if you haven't yet, subscribe. I'm trying to get to 100 subscribers by the end of the year. Hopefully that happens. I don't know. If you're the 100th subscriber, hit the button, dude or dudette, whatever. And hit the like button if you like this week's video. I know it's kind of short, and it was kind of just fixing a problem that's really not that hard. But like, comment, yeah, comment too if you want. And catch us next week on ZentureWorks. All right, I'm out. Bye.